Health and beauty are a way of life today. For young and old alike, our health and appearance is important. Having healthy, well-manicured nails is one of our beauty requirements. We trim them, polish them, glue acrylic on them. Care of our nails is a multi-million-dollar industry. But for over 7 million people in the United States, an uninvited visitor has forced them to hide their nails. This unwelcome infection prevents them from putting their best foot forward. It's nail fungus infection. Clinically, it's known as onychomycosis. This infection of the fingernails and toenails is caused by microscopic organisms, dermatophytes, similar to the ones that cause athlete's foot. Athlete's foot is easier to treat because it's on the foot's surface. That's why it can often be treated with over-the-counter medications. But nail fungus infection lives on the soft skin under the nail plate. It's hard to treat, ugly, and embarrassing. And like a guest who has outworn its welcome, it doesn't want to leave. Nail fungus, the inside story.
I couldn't figure out what happened to my nails. I tried covering them up with nail polish, but that just made it worse.
When I found out I had nail fungus, I was concerned I would infect my family. And I did. I infected my wife.
I've always had a lot of trouble with my feet, but lately it's just really getting worse. My nails have always been really thick, but now they're rising up off the nail bed, and boy, do they hurt.
I don't know where I got it. Maybe in the gym showers, but I wish it would go away.
I go around sometimes with my hands, kind of folded up or wear gloves.
In the course of examining me, she noticed that I had this fungal infection in my nail and said that there was in fact something that she could do about it.
All these years, my children have been very upset with me for not swimming in the swimming pool with them, for not going down and building sandcastles with them, and they have always considered me to be an old fogey because I would sit with my feet covered up whenever they were out running around playing in the sand. And it has somewhat affected my relationship with my children.
Hello, I'm Jane Roberts. Today we're going to get the inside story on the causes and treatment of nail fungus infection. Now, there is an oral antifungal drug, Lamisil tablets, that is an effective treatment for onychomycosis. We have an appointment with Dr. Lenore Kakita, a dermatologist and faculty member at the UCLA School of Medicine. What causes a person to get nail fungus? Is it contagious?
This problem of nail fungus is a very common one. It's approximately 7 million people in the United States have nail fungus. The fungus that is involved is really all around us. It's on our clothing, it's in our shoes, it's at the gym, it's at the hotels, it's in the soil, it's all around us. So it's very, very readily available for entering into the nail. We frequently will get traumatized when we trim our nails very closely, when we wear very tight-fitting shoes or shoes that are not ventilated well, then the fungus can have a better chance of involving the nail.
What's the difference between nail fungus infection and athlete's foot?
Athlete's foot is a condition which involves the skin of the foot and is more readily treatable because it's on the surface. Fungus of the toenail involves an area of the nail underneath called the nail bed, and the fungus is growing in this area. You don't really get fungus of the toenail until there is a disruption or a loosening of the nail and an entrance for the fungus to go into the nail, whether it's the fingernail or the toenails.
Doctor, how do you determine if a patient has nail fungus infection? What can happen if a patient does not seek treatment?
The nail looks abnormal when the fungus is in the nail. It can have various color changes such as yellow, white. It can look very opaque. The nail can be lifted. It grows thickened and gets very brittle. It also separates underneath the nail. You can get a distortion and a twisting of the nail as well. There are other nail diseases that can affect the nail that can look like fungus of the nail. So these must be ruled out. And there are simple and painless tests that are available to confirm the diagnosis of fungus of the nail.
Is there any pain associated with nail fungus infection?
There actually are two types of pain that are involved. One is physical pain and the other is emotional pain. The physical pain involves the pain of the toenail being very tender. You can get a bacterial infection in there. The toenail can be very thick and very difficult to wear shoes. And so walking can be a problem for a few of the people who have fungus of the toenail. The emotional component is very, very important. You know that our hands, fingernails, and our toenails can be shown whenever we go down to the beach or down to the swimming pool. And when we work with other people, whether it's on computers or at the shop or wherever we may be, our fingernails are exposed. And so this can be a very embarrassing and uncomfortable situation.
How do you treat nail fungus infection?
We have effective ways of treating the nail fungus. The important thing is to get under the nail where the fungus is living. There is a product now that is an oral medication called Lamisil tablets that does get down to the nail bed in a good concentration.
Nail fungus can be a difficult organism to fight because it hides under the protective nail plate and lives on the nail bed. In looking at the side view of your nail, you can see that the nail bed is well protected under the hard surface of your nail. Attacking the fungus means you need to reach the fungus inside at the nail bed where it lives. Lamisil tablets are taken orally and reach the fungus at the nail bed.
How long is the treatment?
Lamisil is taken on a once-a-day convenient dosage schedule. And for fingernails, it takes about 6 weeks. For toenails, it takes about 12 weeks. Once we stop with the dosage, the nail continues to grow out as well as the fungus growing out of the nail. So you must wait for a few months after you stop the oral medication.
Are there any side effects associated with this treatment?
There can be some side effects in some people.
In clinical studies, the most commonly reported were headache and gastrointestinal upset. In rare instances, adverse effects of the liver and serious skin reactions were reported, and therapy was discontinued. However, Lamisil is well tolerated by most people. If you do experience any side effects, be sure to consult your doctor. It's important to note that Lamisil may not work for all people. Even if your diagnosis is onychomycosis, each case is different, and in some situations your doctor may choose not to treat it.
Can Lamisil be taken with other medications?
Lamisil can be taken with a number of commonly used medications, such as antihistamines and antihypertensives. We always recommend that the patient always tell their physicians all the medications they are taking, whether they are prescription medicines or over-the-counter items.
How many people have been treated with Lamisil tablets?
Lamisil tablets have been prescribed to over 4 million people worldwide that have nail fungus.
The organisms that cause nail fungus infection are all around us. If you are one of the 7 million people in the United States with nail fungus infection, you may need medical help to get rid of it. Lamisil tablets are an effective treatment that attacks the fungus from the inside out. It's important that you talk with your doctor or healthcare professional to determine whether Lamisil tablets are right for you. Here are some tips to protect yourself against infection.
Do not trim your nails too closely. Wear loose-fitting, well-ventilated shoes and socks. Change footwear daily. Wash socks thoroughly. Always wear gloves when working in the garden. Talk to a doctor or pharmacist about treatment of athlete's foot if you have it. Encourage family and friends with nail fungus infection to seek treatment immediately. And you might want to bring your own personal nail care tools to the nail salon.
Now that you have the inside story on nail fungus infection, there's no reason to continue the cover-up. On your next visit to the doctor, discuss your nail fungus infection.
This program is brought to you through an educational grant by Novartis Pharmaceuticals Corporation. It is a production of ComMed Strategic Alliances and American Medical Productions. Please see the following patient information about Lamisil tablets.